Welcome back to another live stream of 44 the Legendary. Decided not to make a video after the game last night, considering I made one closer to halftime when it was 28-3, and I figured, well, this game's over now. They're not coming back from 28-3. I even waited till after, even when they were down 21-0, even though the game was really over after the first quarter. But I gave them until, hey, maybe they can, they might surprise and make it 21-14 or something at halftime. So let me not count my eggs before my chickens, or count my chickens before my eggs hatch. Nah. As soon as it turned 28-3 and it was like 11 minutes left in the second quarter, there's just no coming back from that. It was disgusting. It was unwatchable, to say the least. I left the house right after I left the house whenever after the first drive of the third quarter. Whenever they went up 41-6, and then we had our first drive, and then we had to punt, I said, screw this, I'm not watching this no more. I left the house, went to help a friend with something important, and yeah, that was that. I saw the score on my phone after the game, whatever. Didn't miss anything, obviously. So yeah, we lose 44-13. Not much to really recap here. I mean, we were buried pretty early. Like, we were buried pretty early in this game. Like, I mean, first and foremost, we get the ball first. We're moving it. We get to their 45. And, of course, we have the mental miscues, the fundamental miscues that we always have. And fourth down, Spencer Rattler throws one up. Kamara stops on the route. And, turnover on downs. And you knew it was going to be weeks 1 and 2 all over again. Except this time it was much worse. This was what we expected to see the Saints look like. Bad. So the Seahawks go right down the field on their first possession. We actually made a stop. Mind you, we made a stop. But Brian Brzee, for some reason, decides he wants to get into it with one of the Seahawks offensive linemen, which he also missed a sack on that possession as well. Like, one of the easiest sacks you'll ever get in your life. He missed it. And they end up scoring a touchdown. 7-0. Then we go 3 and out. We were going to go for it on fourth down, but of course the offensive line commits a penalty, which, well, what else is new? We have to punt it, and their rookie returner, I forgot the guy's name, 96-yard punt return ever. Like, the Seahawks never got a punt return that long in their history. That changed. That changed yesterday. So they get a punt return for a touchdown, 14-0, and then at that point, yeah, I knew it was over then. We got a punt again, of course. What else is new? Blocked punt. Set him up at the 10-yard line. Easy touchdown. And at that point, I was just like, whatever, dude. I just throw it to JSN because I got him in fantasy. Just make sure he gets, I don't know, I wanted him to get like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but that didn't happen. They ended up sitting him in the second half because it was already out of reach. So, 44-13 is your final. 44. 44-13 is your final. The Saints didn't even get off the bus. I don't know what they did during the week. I don't know what they ate before the game. I don't know if they drank the night before. Looks like they didn't even get off the bus, though. Pathetic. But I will say this: I'd rather lose like that. And it sounds weird because a lot of people would rather close losses. Well, Not me, because I felt like they should have won the last 2 games. They if they were going to win, they should have won the last 2 games. And this would have been a game where, okay, you know, you got some wins under your belt, you know. Now we're starting to look like how we should be looking, which is horrible. And I'd have been okay with it, but no. You fumbled the opportunity to win the first 2 games, which you should have. Somebody blowing their horn very passionately there. You squandered away the opportunity to win the first 2 games, which you should have done. And now it looks like you're about to get blown out every week. Because you're getting blown out next week. We're not beating Buffalo. Buffalo's going to absolutely skull drag the Saints. In fact, I'm glad I got Josh Allen on my fantasy team. Am I right? Yeah. Let's go, Josh Allen. Let's put up 40. So yeah, Saints are going to lose next week. They might beat the Giants, okay? They might beat the Giants, okay? I'll give them that. And if they do beat the Giants, I'll be satisfied because we won't be going 0-17. So I'll be okay with that. So yeah, Chad Barrows, speaking of the devil. I think the Giants might be one of the only teams the Saints might have a chance to beat all year. Because, I mean, y'all look pretty bad too. Not as bad as us. Y'all hung around with Kansas City for a minute. Okay. I got a bunch of weirdos in my chat. Murtarvik, Alaska. Walter, what's good? Who's Queen? Walter Queenie the Third. J.A. Ja. Is that an animal as your profile picture? I guess the weirdos are coming around. The weirdo magnet. I guess this is a weirdo magnet. Yeah, Snakebite. I knew when Brzee missed that sack, and then he let him get the first down by chomping at his jaws at the offensive lineman, giving him a free first down. I knew we were screwed too. So, yeah, that's the New Orleans Saints we all know and love. Yep. Yeah, Snakebite. I don't know what it is. You're not lying about that. What's up, Jerry? Yeah, Jerry, the game was like you couldn't even like. By the time you got home with your food, you know, you missed half the first quarter, but by the time you got home with your food, you know, you were going out to get for the game. Maybe you were going out to get something to eat. Come home with the food. It's already 21-0, and it's like, what did I just get? What did I just get food for? I just went out and got food for this, you know. Brute Saint was popping, bruh. Yeah, Ja, I feel that, bro. I feel that. J.A. Ja. But 0-3. But you know what? Still here. Still a diehard Saints fan. And although I may not be as emotionally invested for the rest of the season, still gonna watch. I still want us to get a couple of wins. You know, can we get a few wins? You know, 2 maybe. There's been a team that's went 2-15, so I can live with 2 wins. Just try not to get 0. And even getting 1 is kind of embarrassing. I mean, 1-16. There's never been a 1-16 team either. So yeah, don't get 2. Try to get 2, please. Let's see who we got coming up. The Giants, New England, Chicago. I think you could beat the Giants. You might have a chance against New England, maybe. But let's see some other teams. Maybe the Titans or the Jets or the Dolphins. You could probably beat one of those 3 teams too. But other than that, Yeah, it's not looking very good. It's looking pretty grim. Oh, yeah, you could probably beat the Panthers, too, dude. I don't... And, Nick, I don't say that to be an asshole, dude. Nice to meet you. I'm glad that you're here at the chat. Your Panthers shocked us all yesterday, 30-0 against the Falcons. I'm not saying that... I'm not saying this to be cruel as a Saints fan, but I think that the Saints could beat Carolina once. I don't think we're going to beat y'all twice, but we can beat y'all once. I think we could beat you once. But y'all did win 30-0 last week, and we'll see if that carries on. You know, I don't think it will. I think this is just one of those weird games where you guys beat Atlanta, and Atlanta seems to always lose to y'all in weird times. I think it's one of those games. I don't anticipate that's gonna carry on. But I mean, if that is an indicator that y'all have figured something out, then you might sweep us. But I don't anticipate that. I don't know. I just think Atlanta's overrated. Tampa Bay is gonna run away with this division, dude. And I mean, I talked to Rise Up ATL last night, and you know, he's concerned, and you know, he doesn't think it's over, but it's getting a little difficult here. But I think Tampa Bay is gonna run away with the division, dude. I mean, Atlanta's already lost 2 division games. Hell, the Saints might be in a better position within the division than Atlanta right now, because at least we haven't played any division games. So technically, we still have a chance to win all of our division games. But Atlanta's already 0-2. So, I mean, the Falcons would have to win the rest of their division games and probably get a better record than Tampa Bay. And I don't think, especially being 2 games down already from them, I don't think that's going to happen, because I think Atlanta's about to lose some warming up. I think they're going to lose to Washington. I think they're going to lose to Buffalo. I think they're going to lose to San Francisco. Like, Atlanta's probably going to be 1-5 by week 7. So I think we'll be right there with them. But hey guys, I didn't really mean for this to kind of drag on. I just kind of wanted to come and show my face, like, whoopee, we lost 44-13. Not much to really say. I think, I mean, at some point you might have to start Shook just to see what you got in Shook. Not because Rattler's playing terrible, but let's be honest, Rattler's not a big play threat. He's not really making anything happen. And I'm not saying Shook will, but you drafted him in the 2nd round. This team's not going anywhere. I will be pretty upset if Tyler Shook did get put in and he starts winning games. That would kind of upset me. Because I'm like, bro, we could have put him in at the beginning and had a chance every week. But I think at some point you're going to see Shook. So, anyway, guys, I just want to come and show my face. Thank you all for coming through. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all later.